Okay. So I have a bit of a special one today. We are playing Loam, four color Loam, sort of, Punishing Maverick, sort of, kind of mixing them together. Uh, thought about this, and yeah, we'll get started here. So I'd say part of the inspiration for this deck was a YouTube comment. So for my folks on YouTube, if this makes it there, you matter. It was not a very nice comment, but it was a comment of somebody who had watched the stream for sure. Like undoubtedly, they watched some games. So you just killed me, Ben. Okay. Thanks, Ben. Good to see you. Um, oh, I just realized I can't do marbles today, so I gotta delete it, and I'm gonna change it to loam. Whoops. Okay. Um, so it says you're too greedy. Just run at least the second basic. You never do, and the opponents have the gall to do stuff to you. I think is what they meant. Do stuff too. You can't complain about Moon and pretend you'll dodge it. It's like not running removal, even though you expect creatures. Even though you expect creatures, then complaining about losing the creatures and saying they're OP. Look at the top deck forest in one of the games that they're referring to. I had a top deck forest against Moon. Now imagine having two outs. Like another basic. And there was a game with Reclaimer. Had I had the planes, that would have made a big difference. Hell, you're running Saga. Consider Mox Diamond or Lotus Petal as another out. You do this with every deck you make, and you complain every time. Like that is right. Like I can't even get mad at that. They could have been a little nicer about it, but that is somebody who's watched a good amount of my content, and I was also a little salty in that last stream. So I don't want to run planes. But I do think that Mox is worth a shot. The reason I don't like planes, and in that last build that I ran, it was just plow and knight. It was 8 cards. And I really don't think the probability of hitting a basic planes is that likely in your opener. It's like 1 out of, like let's just say you didn't have it in your opener. Like every turn, it's like 1 out of 52, then like 1 out of 51. And it's not the worst card that you could run, but also it would have to go in over like something else. And what do I take out? Was it the Surveil land? Was it a Grove of the Burn Willows or something? And then at that point, you're cutting your green mana. So yeah, I definitely feel like that was one of those criticisms that I didn't take to heart. I think, like I said, if it was just like a random person who never watched my content, I'd be like, you don't know what you're talking about. But that's like somebody who's watched enough videos to go like, dude, you complain about this all the time. And they weren't totally mean about it. They could have been a little more gentle. They weren't totally mean about it. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'm running Mox Diamond. So, big thing in talking to the folks in the Loam Discord was that they recommended that I keep the count of turn 1 green mana at least 14. And I think I'm at 15 right now, but I'm running 3 diamonds, not 4. So I'd say a version 2 of this, I could see cutting the Bayou for something else. I don't really know what it would be. I also cut one of the Taigas, so I'm running 1 Taiga, 2 Grove, whereas I'm running 2 Bog, and then no other weird card, or 2 Bayou, and I have the Bog. The Talon Gate is not a card that you want to rely on to feed you with things. Could cut a Wasteland, and could cut a Saga, and I could run a lot more lands that I think Loam traditionally wants to run. So this is a bit of a thrown together thing. I'm opting to go with the Reclaimer today. I still want the One Birds of Paradise. I noticed that my buddy Ben is running a Delighted Halfling, but there's a lot of cards like Six and other things that I'm not running. Formless Genesis, that kind of stuff. So let me just take a look at Six real quick and just see if like I actually do want to run Six or Formless Genesis. The problem is when you type in the word SIX, 100 cards come up. So just give me a second here. I haven't actually read this card in a long time. What does this one do? I know if these are like two staples in that deck. Whenever 6 attacks mill 3 cards, you may put a land card from among them into your hand. During your turn, non-land permanent cards have retrace. Yeah, I could see putting this in. I don't know what I would cut though. Would probably be the Reclaimer, to be honest. At that point. And then let's just put it in here for now. Formless Genesis. I'm gonna check up on that. Yeah, I'll probably get started soon, but I would like to see more like I know you're doing the DAC stuff, and I think that's really cool, but I'm trying to like start from the position of Pun Mav and then with Mox Diamond, you know. So I think your lists are really cool, and I always like what you're willing to do. This has Retrace, so this is like one of those cards that you're pretty happy to mill. How would I fit these if I were to? I probably would cut one of the whites from this deck. And then I'd probably have to cut the Reclaimer at that point. Or I could just cut one Reclaimer and cut, like, you know, trimming on the Zenith is like another option here. Oh, gosh. I am going to say no to those cards today, but I like them. Yeah, I know what you mean. I love Sylvan, so one of the things that I'm thinking is I just cut my turn 1 plays by cutting out 2 of the mana dorks pretty significantly. So I don't want to cut my turn 2 plays. So Rydia, White, Sylvan, Keen-Eyed, Outland, Life from the Loam. A little bit Pun. Not really, though. So the other thing Loam likes to do also is to run like a lot more cool lands. So I think like next version of this deck, I might not be running like 4 Wastelands, 4 Saga. I might go with what a lot of the Loam players are doing, which is you'll run like a lot of lands that look terrible at face value, but then you realize like when you have Loam and the objective of your deck is to use Loam, that milling cards and then putting them into your hand, you can only make 1 land drop per turn. So having cards like Barbarian Ring, the Channel Land, like the Seiju, things like Maze of Ith, perhaps. Those lands become much more attractive in that kind of deck, whereas this deck is like much more streamlined right now. So I think as somebody who's played a fair amount of Loam, I think it's worth a shot. I've always enjoyed Dark Depths and Maverick. Yeah, so Dark Depths in Maverick is something that I really liked when the rule change happened and Deathrite Shaman was commonly played. When Deathrite Shaman was legal and it was commonly played, Swords to Plowshares was not a card. Brazen Borrower was not a card. The number of ways to deal with the 2020 were mostly like Edict cards, Plow, and Caracas. Um, so I think if you do run depths, you are at risk of losing to more things than just the Plow decks. Um, in Maverick, also, as you can see here, I'm running 2 Knight, 2 White, and 1 Reclaimer. I think if you're going to run depths, you probably want more of the tutor cards. Hey, Maverick Jojo, good to see you. So, another build that I was looking at was running Fable as well. The thing about this deck is when you want to run Mox Diamond, Life from the Loam, Mox Diamond, Saga is a better option because I think you want to keep your land count significantly higher. The other option is if I did want to run Fable, and I think it's a decent option, to be honest with you, you probably cut the Punishing Fires from the deck at that point, and you might go, that sounds like a great idea, and I can't argue with that. That would kind of take the like Pun Fire slot in a lot of ways because Pun Fire has a similar synergy. So I'd say I'm definitely down to tweak different versions of things. My hope is that the format will become more dirtily and a deck like this is more attractive. However, the last league, 2 leagues that I ran, the format was really fast and it was very easy to punish the stupid shit that I'm doing. So I think if I didn't run Pun, Fable would be next in line. And if I didn't run Mox, I might be able to lower my land count and run Fable. And then the other thing I'm thinking is maybe there is a green-red X deck with Rydia that runs both like 3 to 4 Fables, 3 to 4 Saga, maybe even 3 to 4 Pun. But I don't think it's this deck. And one of the questions I asked in the Loam Discord, even though I kind of knew the answer, was, well, I don't want to run white. So, like, the color white, not White of the Reliquary. If I don't want to run white, can I just run Chalice of the Void? And I knew the answer to it, but I asked it anyway, and it was, hey, that's a good card, but there's too many main deck answers to it. Brazen Borrower, mostly. So even though you read it and you go, wow, there's a lot of good 1-drops, and this stops 1-drops, you go, I can't power this out like the Ancient Tomb decks nearly as well. So I'm a little bit worse at that. And then 2, it doesn't shut down those decks quite like it used to. And then also, damn it, I can't run Swords to Plowshares, and there's a problematic creature that is just winning the game by itself. So, all right, we'll see. I'm going to try to be pretty fresh here. Yeah, I guess, what do you think, I guess, like I said, Pun Fire, is there anything else in your mind, kind of like some low-hanging fruit that you would you just sooner say, like, trim this, or maybe not run Saga and, like, run some other cool lands, and then that way you don't have to run these, like, terrible cards like Shadow Spear and Soul Guide Lantern or something, and then you could try more 3-drops. Sylvan's one of those hard ones for me to cut. I do like the idea. I also really like Random Map Excavator, Grist. I feel like you want at least 1 endurance. Knight's great. So I think just analyzing this current configuration with this 4-color silly deck, that Punfire would have to be the cut. and that's, you know, not a very good card right now. Like I definitely think that version 2 of this might be just cut pun, get rid of the 2 shitty grows, and then at that point, my mana base will be a little bit more stable, and I'll have about 2 slots that I could run cards like, say, Formless Genesis or Fable or Six or these other cards. I could also cut some Green Sun Zeniths, but like, because like most Loam decks don't run 4 Green Sun Zeniths, they run like anywhere from 1 to 2, which was always crazy to me. I would cut the Loams and Puns and run random map. Interesting. Yeah, that's another thing too. I think I like what you're thinking, because I always think if you run Mox Diamond, you ought to run Loam. But like many perhaps years of success with Depths is pretty conclusive that Loam and Mox are not necessary together. I always thought it was. Yeah, trust 3 Mox Diamonds. I hear you. I also don't trust this Reclaimer. I feel like I might be happier with the second Dork, but whatever. I think this is a fun experiment. But yeah, I'm with you. Good to see you, Ed. You're doing well. I'll say that at this point, I'm kind of shooting from the hip, you know? I think I'm not, at least until the 30th, my competitive drive. And there's a good chance I might not get to go to EW either, which is a bummer. I might be in California, the Northern California, during that time period, which will still be cool, but it won't be EW. We'll see. I'm not exactly sure when that event is, where I'll be at. Then it makes me think, should I do the buffalo chicken dip thing, support a store that I like, a human being that I like, and see some friends that way? It is a significantly more effort, though, to go there than Pittsburgh from where I'm located, though. Pittsburgh's like a 4-hour drive, and that's a lot. Ohio, I think, is not a drive that I would make. I think it's gosh, like, keep this. I think I'm greedy enough to keep this. This is pretty bad, but I get a basic, I get Arbor, and I ramp. I'm keeping it. I got half of my deck is mana. Should I have kept this? Probably not. Gotta sniff the deck. Bolt the bird, GG? No. Okay. Well, best top deck here is tap to add. Cool. Force pitch thing. Okay. No surveil land in the deck. They hit 6, so I'm just gonna go for it here. Yeah. Drop white and go Jund does seem interesting. DRC, yep. Cover, yep. Thinking about plowing the Delver here just to keep my endurance. I think that's the move. Yeah. Cool. Ran a map. Excavator. Knight of the Reliquary. Those are kind of my options here. Let's do this first, because if we mill like a Saga or a Wasteland, okay, if we mill a Knight, that kind of sucks. I don't have another Endurance. Knight is a 1, 2, 3. Knight would be a 5/5. White would be a 1, 2, a 4/4. I think we get the Knight. So tempting to get the Excavator here. But I think it's the Knight. Okay. Knight is a 6/6. I miscounted. Pretty big. I do have a Talent Gate in the deck. They brainstorm. That's terrible for me. I think I have like trample or something horrible. No. Their DRC at the moment is not a 3/3. This thing is a 5/5 though. They cast another one, so now they have a. Yep. Switch of Days. So they have a 6/6. They do not attack, I would assume. They do. So we just block with a 1/1. It's a good one. Both groves are in the graveyard. Yep. Oh. Okay. I think I plow this thing. Holy shit. Yo, Maverick Joe. Holy smokes. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Holy shit, dude. Wow. Okay. All right. Thank you, Maverick Joe. Really appreciate it. Big support there. Thank you. Bringing in these 5 cards. The cut is going to be Outland Liberator. After that, I don't know. Wow, I didn't really think about this. I guess Sylvan because it's blue-red. Yeah. 2 more cuts. Yeah, magic is hard, huh? Reclaimer, maybe? It's like a low mana card, though. You know, like it's kind of hard to cut that. Rydia might be too much dirtle. Yeah. Jeez. I really want to win now. I think you're right. Maybe Excavator, 3 mana. Just dice the bolt. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Not request here. Keep. Okay. Probably could have just Molocked, actually. Maybe that was better. Hey, Snapdax, thank you. What? Hmm. This is tough. Oh, okay, that worked. They bolt it. They do. Okay. Well, glad I went for it. They have 2 in hand. Getting a weird twitch in my arm today. Oh, annoying. They flip and they reveal a bolt. Okay. They have the waste. Yeah. That shit. So. Loam. Okay. Think the move is we get these 2 back. And then we bog them. Might be a regret. Maybe I should have just pyroed the artifact. Do I want to loam here? I don't think so. I draw Taiga. That sucks. Damn it. Okay. Lao Cameo. Pyro the artifact. Pass. Lose game. I think so. Damn, I am flooding. I think I just straight up lose here. This sucks. I think I have to draw endurance. I probably should have played a land here because I would die to pop anyway. It's unfortunate. Let me see my next cards. That sucks. Right, I think I want the Sylvans on the play. Rid of that. It is. Cool. Got it queued up. Yeah. Definitely was a brutal interaction there. I'll just trim the Grave Hate there. I kind of don't even like the Keen-Eyed, to be honest with you. I think I'll trade that. It's double waste. Gotta try this. It's probably wrong. I think it's an easy keep. Okay. Full bird. Oh. Reclaimer, nice here. Like, wouldn't even mind them killing it. Kill it. Cameo? Okay. So I had the Caracas here. Ooh. I think it's waste attack here. Yeah, exactly. And then next turn, it is likely they can't deal with the Reclaimer. So I will get to tap it, I hope. Mox Diamond. That's really good. All right, 12. I am the beatdown. It is for sure. Um, if I untap with white, Saga or Dryad can become Saga. I could bolt the white here, though. Okay. Pyro. Uh, I think I want Saga more than I want 3 damage from this point in the game. Okay. Kind of surprised they just let that happen. Ooh, Murky Boy. Are they still running that? Yeah, I don't know. I will counter the blue spell. They force it. Do I Talon Gate my Reclaimer here? Okay. They didn't attack for one. Okay. Um, what do they reveal here? A bolt. Okay. Is it Grove or Saga here? I think it's Saga. Kind of lucky they didn't have an extra mana than Tamio. Rydia would be great. Loam, that is great. Wow. Okay. We'll get a wasteland, and a saga, I think. The song is about boners. I am sorry. No. So let's get the loam back again. They scoop. Okay. GG can't beat loam. GG can't beat loam. Yeah. Cool. You saw me on loan. That was sweet. That's what they said. Yeah. Feels good. I'll be back in a moment. Cool. Right. Feels good. I think the deck is like got some good elements to it. The fact that I beat tempo and that's something I tend to struggle against, that feels good. Loam, I think, was a good mana call there for sure. They have one basic. I think that new artifact card is pretty legit, though. I think that's the first time I played against it. I'd seen it before. Oh, wow. 22 months. Hey, Wits. Good to see you. What? Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you for the continued support. That sounds like something I'd say. That sounds like me. Oh, boy. Hey, Kithkin Lord. Thank you. Thanks for that follow. Yeah, so Mox was a little awkward there, but it was a very good top deck that one time where it was like, shit, I don't have black mana. Mox. Now I have black mana. Weight of the Reliquary being a 3/3 there and being boltable was a little bit annoying, but still it let me cast my spell, which was huge. Helped me keep the tempo. All right, we'll try it. I think it'll be a Bayou fetch this game. Prismatic Vista? Yeah, that is true. Okay, 80 card deck with a Prismatic Vista. So best draw is probably tap to add green mana. This deck is very green. Oh, the Street Fighter song. Yes. We will be gypsies another time. Sorry. Uh-oh. GG. I do have a second Bayou in the deck, so it's... If I draw a fetch, it's not the end of the world, but... I have two other potential black sources. USA. China. Japan. Oh. The banger, though. Like, this might be the most hype song in human history. Ooh, I fetched too early. Whoops. So we get a... Do we get a Savannah here? Play this. We act. Yeah, it definitely mis-sequenced here. And I do have a Bog. Okay. Yeah. Aether Vial on 3 and 2 is pretty scary. Taiga Uppercut? Yeah. That's pretty good. This is scary. Okay. All right. It's fine, I guess. Sonic Boom. I think I'll just leave this back to block, I guess. No. Probably should have attacked. That is true. Better yet. I missequenced and should have attacked first, played white second. So I'll not attack is the technically correct thing to say here. Recruiter is a nightmare here. Oh, fuck. Because they probably get like a Flicker Wisp or that kind of card, and then it's really going to be messy. I'm going to have to consider plowing it. A Stoneforge Mystic would be pretty reasonable too. Definitely should have attacked. 3 damage would have been very nice. Yes. Yeah, the Pudfire could help. That I think is the best thing. And then game 2, I have things like Pithing Needle, Force of Vigor, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think Naya Maverick with Pun, it's pretty close. This version I think will be a little bit worse. Yeah, that's a good point. Like you might tell yourself, you know, damn, I'm just really gonna worry about this card. But then, you know, like you 2-for-1 yourself to kill these stupid cards. Is that better, or should I like... Gosh. This is really tricky. Because if I still have Dryad Arbor. No, I don't have Dryad Arbor any longer. Yeah. I think this is the move. 4 is significant. Thank you for that. Sure. They didn't know about trample. That's good for me. Okay. Yeah, maybe you're right. I might be missing some small damage here. Yeah. Well, the white of the reliquary being a 2/2, I think it's an issue because I could block it with the Skyclave. And I don't have any other tricks. I don't have Dryad Arbors or anything. So I couldn't use Reclaimer to say pump it. The 3/3 with Spear. Okay, yeah. Yeah. They'd have to group block it at that point. Okay. So I think it's bog time, unfortunately. If 0 in hand. It's really good for me. It's a cool song. I have no idea what they're saying, but I like it. One day I'm gonna read. Yeah, it gets something back from the graveyard. That's the big thing with it. And this may look funny, but I think I make the construct now. I'm not sure though. Do they have plow on this thing? Then no. They would just plow it. I think we do make it actually. Don't think it matters actually. Yeah. I think not reading Shadow Spear is something that is gonna bite them. Equipped creature has 2/2 and vigilance. So if they get to blink that, it's pretty scary. They could do that this turn though. They can put thing in hand and then blink it. I think I'm still ahead. So thanks for that song request. Yep. Oh gosh. This is rough though. I do have Lantern at least, but The Skyclave is kind of a nightmare here. Do I care if they get a Bowmaster? Or would I sooner have a larger construct? All right. You think I care? All right. We stop that. And then now they want to take the Shadow Spear? How do I see what they're targeting? Target Shadow Spear. Okay. And then I'm going to grab a Wasteland, I think. Because they have the Caracas. Okay. Yeah. Can I win the game with constructs is really the question. Yeah, white is sweet. Problem is I'm out of saga targets right now. Yeah, I know. It's brutal, man. Don't think there was really a way to avoid that. I guess I didn't have to attack. Please send tell. Good to see you side. All right. I'm up on time, which is nice. Yeah. I think I just plow that. That dog is brutal. Unban charades, yeah. You might be right. Nah, I don't. That doesn't sound right. That straw here might be Loam or something. Endurance might be pretty good, actually. Yeah, Endurance might be the best top deck. Wow, okay. So that means the Mox is... We're going to have a fail to find here, which is a bit of a bummer. I think I have to be aggressive here. Right. 12 damage, 10 damage next turn. Whip. That's a 6/7 vigilance. Yep. All right. Best top deck here is Loam, I think. Wasteland, not great. Okay. Gotta go for it. Pretty cool. Got about 5 cards for the matchup. Got him. It's actually kind of hard. Am I crazy? I'm kind of thinking about boarding out the Moxes. Like, Bog was decent because of the pre-war. I go down 1 or 2 with 4. Okay. Maybe we go to 2. Reclaimers. Kind of mediocre. Yeah, Endurance not so good. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about just going no Mox here. I'm bringing in the Oof. I'll keep the Soul Guide. Could see Rydia not being great. Yeah. It would either be Rydia. I think the choice is one of these 3. The Reclaim. Haste Boots is cool. I've favored Shadow Spear because of the tempo matches, but I've been rethinking it in the recent meta. Kind of more of like a, I'll say like a reflex of mine. Let's try the Rydia. Yeah, like I'd say when I was playing this deck a lot, I think Shadow Spear I was much more fond of. But with that being said, I'm not playing this deck that often these days. I love it. Boy, do I love it. But yeah, it's much harder to much harder in a very high combo meta to play like a Punishing Fire, Great Sun deck than it is like an 8 discard deck. Yeah. They mulled to 6. They had that. There are no surveillance in my deck. Gosh. The top deck. I had it earlier though. Next turn it is probably Loam. They play something like a Mystic. I would plow it. This is probably the annoying card that's going to kill Needles. A Recruiter the Gad. Okay. They get, I think, Witch Enchanter. Okay. Kind of thinking about just slamming Knight of the Reliquary here. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. This will kill the Needle. Now they have a Vial on 3. That's terrifying. Yep. Gotta kill the Knight with it. Oh, they blink the Recruiter. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Damn. It'd be really hard to win from here. Now tell me, do you think it would be alright if I could just crash here tonight? Thalia? Oh, weird. Oh, for the Solitude. Okay. It's Thalia, yep. Hmm. Could play White and Sylvan here. Does leave me pretty vulnerable. Hey, good to see you, Mats. Hey, do you think it'd be alright if I could just crash here tonight? You see, I'm no shape for driving. Anyway, I got no place to go. Ugh, okay, they have File on 3, File on 4. Oh yeah. One card in hand. All right. I still have Talongate. Oh. All right. Oh. Damn, that's terrible. I think we just outright lose now. Yeah, right? Yeah, they just. That was a whiff right there. Could have been. Yeah. I didn't really miss the mocks. I don't think I really want Thoughtseize. That's not bad. Let's try it again, I guess. Exactly. Kind of thinking about just getting the Savannah here and going Aether Vial. I haven't seen Mother of Runes out of them, and I think that might have been a cut these days. I haven't even seen Mystic out of them either. It's probably gonna die. Yeah. They pitched Solitude. Okay. 'I go for it. Flip, nice. Five knight. Four in hand. Loam. They are keeping their top card. That's kind of scary. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, miniature catfish. It may have been some old school Metallica here. But a memory remains. Lion Sash, yep. Oh, they ferried. Okay. Not bad. Oh, that's interesting. Sequencing is important. So let's equip first. Then let's play this. Then let's play that. Side. But the memory remains. Oh, song request. I'm going to Disneyland. There's no saga. Bummer. Hey. Yep. Think I win. I think they were supposed to target the collector oof though. They messed up there. Whoops. I'm going to Disneyland. Looks like a whoopsie. Am I wrong? My construct is a 3/3, right? I will do a deck thin fetch here. Dryad Arbor. Waste not bad. And then we'll get the Soul Guide here. Hit Solitude. Take 2. I should have read pre-war because I think they could have gotten Lion Sash back or something, or Flicker Wisp. That might have been good. That was really tight. This is the kind of Magic that I like, even though that was an extremely uncomfortable game. This is what I play for. This is what we play for. Not even close. Pretty close. Now I'm gonna get paired against like Oops All Spells or something. Thanks for that song request side. I'm gonna play this stupid song now. Sorry. Butterfly. Last one to that, yeah. The good one. Sometimes I add songs to troll myself, and this was like somewhere in the middle. I added Unwritten to my playlist not that long ago, and I'm like, yeah, this is one of those like, screw you, Mark. You're gonna listen to this later and like it. The that song, "You're Unbelievable," whatever that was. I've added that to this playlist too. All right. Put it mold to 6. Yes. Yeah, yeah, miniature catfish. No one cared. I'm dumb enough that I didn't pick up on that as a kid. I thought it was just figurative. Just come here, lady. You know, not, you know, um, orgasm. Sorry. Come here, yeah, yeah, lady. Look, come here, lady. Lady. Damn it, lady. Oh. Yeah, and maybe not like long distance, you know? A Sugar, baby. One sugar per baby. Don't you dare try to get more baby per sugar. All right. tabby. Well, I hate that. The good news is I don't think. Well, I don't know. Is there good news? I could let the Dryad Arbor die. Yeah, only a jerk. Bro be thinking. Gets a mat. Yep. Gives their bro protection from thing. Equips bro. Yep. All right. I think we don't pay for Arbor, but we do pay for Raccoon. Enchantment instant Breacher. I think we're good. I think we'll be able to race that. Savannah? So, enchantment. Instant. Do we say yes? I think I have to block next turn. So I think white is less valuable, but we can grow the raccoon. Depths, yep. Can they read? They can. Okay. I'll hit the Beseju because they already have Adepts in play. Oh, he should have attacked for 7 there. But the idea of losing Knight is one that I can't bear. They let it die. Okay. Well, I guess we're in trouble. Sack map. They get Yavimaya. They cast Flute. That's fine. One night. Okay. I'm kind of thinking about letting Night die, then playing Excavator just to have the Wasteland here. I think that's the move, even though I hate it. I think I got it. Maybe we're gonna do some Duspy and stage stuff. That Lava Spur Boots is deadly. Just don't get greedy. Yep. Rumble, sure. I think you almost never tap Wasteland, even though it's tempting to get more value. At things like Tabernacle, there's just not enough reason to do it. Ooh, scary. I picked up a Soul Guide Lantern. Okay. Okay. wondering if I play the um Reclaimer, and I probably not a bad idea. Ghost Quarter, sure. Yep. Cool. All right. Xerox, wow. That's a long time. Thank you, Xerox. What? It is like half a year. Just about. Pretty close. So no Shadow Spear. No Moloch, no puns. Whichever. Both work. Whichever makes your life easier. I don't think Grist is too good in this matchup. I think that's the cut. Stand back. Stand back. Oh. I'm a merciful God. I gave both. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Keep. A little awkward, though. I don't even know what to do here. I mulled a 6. I don't think I could mull this hand. It's got no action, but all the reaction. I do not like wastelanding this deck. I know other players do it, but I've had more success not. Could just be the sitch that I find myself in. Malevolent Rumble. Okay. They're going to put one of these cards into their hand. Probably, I would venture to guess, the Saga. Yeah. So they put Saga. So my read now is I drop this. Then I play this. How the mighty have fallen. Pretty tough choices I have to make soon because they always have crop rot. So like, do I just have to eat shit with this saga? Especially with these top decks? And I could try to... I'm thinking about like a beginning of their main phase wasteland here. Feels really bad though. I think so. They have thing. I know it. You know it. Here's crop rot. So this will skip the even if they get another saga, they'll have to wait another turn. They get a stage. Okay. Uh-oh. I have the plow, so I think I'll bait this. I don't want to lose my only Caracas. Wow, the mighty are ballin'. Pretty good. Right, tricky game here. My deck or the opponents? I don't think either of these have been Beans decks. I understand what you're saying. Pretty weird game of Magic, huh? I still have a Talon Gate in the deck. This. They bounce that? Okay. Okay. So now I plow this thing while they have 0 in hand. Then I turn Talon Gate into something else. I think. I could do that, or I could play the I can't play the thing. So oh wait, we can't. Okay, yeah, we can't do anything. All right. 3. Oh wait, they have the maze. Huh. I shouldn't have done that. Doesn't matter. Loam? But once. Yep. The saga. Okay. Well, now I think I need to get a waste. And I think I still have more. I do. One more. There's some merit to endurancing myself here. In fact, I think I am likely going to do that. Unless they cast Loam here or something. Yeah, I want those cards back in my deck. It's like Wastes, Bog, and that kind of stuff. Edit the sad parts. Um... Oh, you have a song. Yeah, sorry. My bad. The games were getting wild. Long matches today. Yeah, time to check how emo Strat Daddy is. Modest Mouse. My old friend used to really like that song. That band, actually. Kind of like I heard Float On. Didn't hear any of the other stuff. I was like, oh, you really think they're that good? He's like, yeah, I do. Give him a second try, showed me a few songs, and like Modest Mouse a lot. Sometimes you get some good recos from friends. I don't think anyone says recos. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is 18 years old? Holy shit. It's kind of funny. It's like, it looks 18 years old. You know, like just jamming out in a room here. Oh boy. Clap, clap, emo. Yeah. Yeah, you said it. I think it's strange the way like the music from certain time periods in your life will stick with you. You know, I think hip hop was really big for me, like middle school. Then like after 50 Cent's "Get Rich or Die Trying" album, which came out probably like uh 2002 or something like that. I didn't listen to as much hip hop in high school. Ooh boy, this is awkward. I am gonna try it though. It's like I could just like turn one Saga here. That might be what I do here actually. Turn one Saga and just try to win this way. Get hit by one Wasteland and go this deck sucks. Do I keep the Bog in hand? Typically no, but I think I'm gonna pitch the Bog. I may want to plow next turn and make a construct. But my constructs would be like huge here. It would be a 3/3, then a 4/4, then two 5/5s. Yeah. So like I I think this is a worthy keep. At first it was just laziness. Now it's like, you know, well, come to think of it, maybe it is good. Makes that request. Oh, don't waste me, bro. Oh no, Chromox! I lose? Turn one Moon? Wait, I don't need a float. Yeah, whatever. Holy shit. I might get to do this? This is like the perfect vengeance match. And if they play a Moon now, they lose? These constructs are going to be big. I'm just excited thinking about it. That's it. Do I do like a deck thin fetch or something here? I think I am. I think I'm just gonna. Yeah, I don't want to draw another land, you know. Get a Shadow Spear. Get a, I don't know, Plateau, because it's my favorite. This is a match where the Lava Spur boots would have been better. Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, somebody pointed it out to you, I guess. All right, that's not how I expected to win. And maybe this. Probably not, though. Don't like Grave 8. Take the Bog out. Take the Curator out, probably. Could see Needle. The One Ring and stuff like that. Maybe I'll keep the Oof. Or get rid of the Oof and keep the Rydia. Just for testing. That was so cool. I've never done that before. That's one of those I heard vindicated on the radio many years later. And I was like, yeah, I like this. I like this. I'm not afraid to admit it. So that might be the low-hanging fruit for that genre. All right. I'm dumb enough to keep this. Dallas 1-0. Okay. Dallas on 1. Yeah, cool. This is awkward because I can't get a basic and a black land simultaneously. And I can't get a white land here. But I don't think that matters very much here. Not got a thin or anything. I don't even know what I'd fetch, to be honest. It's tough. This is awkward. So it is most likely that they have a 4-mana card in their hand. So I think because of that, the option is not to play white directly into the removal. Therefore, I will fetch a basic and I will play the Sylvan. Now, fetching a non-basic, that's what I'm thinking. Because Grist was tempting as well. So if I don't hit a fetch land here, or a black land of any sort, then it does make this hand awkward, because I truly cannot cast any of these spells. If I hit something like a Force of Vigor, it opens me up. I take 3, so here's a 4-drop. My guess, Pyroglyph. A 1 ring. Okay, that's a bummer. Ugh, okay. I don't think I brought in Collector Oof either, so I think we're in big trouble. Yeah, I did not. Okay. Right, I didn't bring it. I left it out, forgetting about the 1 ring. Yep. Yeah, the needle, but it's stupid chalice, you know? So normally, yes. But in this case, negative. Yeah, I just don't know if it's Grist for the mana curve or if it's white. I think it's white. Game 2, definitely have to bring in the oof. Being on the draw is really a pain in the ass, especially against a deck like this. You have 7 cards in hand. Very superstitious. Card that I wish I had in my main deck, which I do not, or sideboard, would be that rampaging thing. It is, but I think I would rather get it next turn to consider something like a block, sack kind of play. Because had they just killed it, it would have been my only copy, you know? Superstition ain't the way. Gotta hope that's the case, huh? They're gonna take 2 here. I might even opt to take 6, come to think of it. But if they kill the Outland Liberator with, say, another Fury or something like that, then I can take out the Chalice. Broadside would be super brutal. Yep. I think they're going to have a second ring. I don't think I block. Hey, Pasta, good to see you. They don't attack. Okay, yeah. Boy, the droids I was looking for. Top card is bad too, right? Yeah. It was like there was Bird and Caracas or something like that. I think you're right. I think that was an oversight. Yeah. Something like a questing beast or something like that would have been the only like theoretical reason. Another one. Okay. I mean, it's tough here because this is their turn. So they throw the Fury. That's 7. But if I block the Fury, they would throw. I'm just. A lot of broadside. I think I'm going to take 8 this turn. Both. That one's hitting Grist. That one's hitting me. Okay. They're killing Grist. I take 2. That probably could have been way worse. Okay. I don't have Questing Beast or anything in my deck like that. Mox Diamond, not very good. Yes. Knight could be good. What do you think about this? One, 2, 3. Knight, Needle, Plow, Knight. That might be a take 8. I think the only way to Knight, I only have one white source. The other way to not take 8 is to take Green Sun Zenith for the Knight. Just take Wasteland. I think that's the move. So Green Sun Zenith is my Knight. You think 4 though? For next turn to play the Knight, maybe? Do I have a second Knight? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna queue that up, but I'm gonna think for a little bit. Good to see you, by the way. Knight is big enough to trade with the Fury. I think this is the move. By the way, white of the Reliquary is a 1, 2, 3, 4, is a 6/6. I'm kind of thinking about that. Knight is a 4/4. I guess it doesn't matter. They trade no matter what, yeah. Let's just get the Knight then. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Hieroglyph. Okay. Well, I wish I got white. Okay. So the game plan now is draw exactly pun and win the game. I shuffled. There are two of them in my deck. I think it's truly the only way out here. Any pun enjoyers in chat? Yeah. All right, do we draw pun? Nope. Ah. Bummer. Just wondering if I went keen-eyed over Rydia or something. But probably not. Oh, no oof. Fucker. Yeah. Oh. You're right. That was stupid. Turn one Outland Liberator's probably pretty good. They have 7. That's a bummer. have Haywire Might in here, which is okay, but... Oh, that gets me so upset. Hieroglyph. Saga, yep. 2 mana. Chalice on 1, okay. Really good against me, huh? Yep. That's like almost like screen looker good, you know? It was so brutal. Ugh. I bet you they have another tap to add here. Yep. Kind of have to draw Wasteland like next turn or something here. Fable. Blood Moon? Okay. That's not a big deal. Oh, yeah, I can't yet. That actually is really good. Because now they get to do that forever. So hopefully I draw Force of Vigor or something. Pretty much have to draw exactly Force of Vigor. Maybe playing the Outland Liberator was greedy, but... Yeah, I can still hardcast it, though, because I have the Mox Diamond. But I know what you mean. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's one of the reasons I stopped playing that deck, to be honest with you. Probably the sword. It's a 3/3. Might stab some of the bleeding. 4/4, rather. Maybe Sylvan was better. I don't know. Oh, there was a song request. Let me get that going. I forgot about it. Some outs. But it's very dependent upon what they have. Punishing Fire is, again, probably the best possible draw. Have to dodge things like the One Ring here. Here's the One Ring. Great. Hieroglyph, even worse. Okay. Yep. Hey, Turtle. I got the song request here. Well, maybe we'll get a One Ring ban or something, right? That'd be cool. Maybe I was supposed to play the Sylvan. I don't know. I think it's too late for Stress Daddy this game, though. Bummer. Game 2, I think there was a good amount of agency. Game 1, I think maybe leading with the Outland Liberator was greedy. Maybe you just play the Reclaimer or something like that. Yeah. It is. It's faster for sure with 3 Mox Diamond. It's also, I think, a good meta call. Yeah. Well, the problem is if I would have done Reclaimer and Might, which I think is a reasonable turn 1, that Fury would have been even more devastating. Yeah. Yeah. Mox Diamond's cool. It's just, not the way I want the meta to be. That game 2 was interesting, so I'll give it that. Definitely a very interesting game, game 2. But even then, the One Ring just really made it so that, like, they probably were in a nearly unlosable situation besides me getting exactly the top deck that I wanted. Yeah. I just might be a boomer when I say this, but I just really want the meta to slow down and for decks to be more fair. Just more fun gameplay for me. Just the way one nerd feels about it. Hey, Johnny, what's up? Oh, man, you gotta be kidding me. That was like the worst possible top deck ever. Okay. But, like, you see the way I had, like, 3 fair matches, and then I won 3 games or matches of Magic, and then I went against Stompy, and then I lost, That's exactly what I'm talking about. Had I not drawn Arbor this game, I think I would have had a really good shot, too. My guess is Cloud. Well, you're right. Eldrazi. Yeah. Yeah. The case decent. It is, yeah. I just wish those decks disappeared, you know? So Kozilek's command, get rid of Loam. Or get rid of the Loam targets, rather. Yeah, that was sweet. I think we are cooked here, though, to be honest. I think drawing the Dryad Arbor was the death sentence, so bit of scoop. Had I done the turn 1 ramp, and then I'd have been much better off. Maybe the Thoughtseize? Too sure. Let's take the grave stuff out. Keen-eyed curator. This. Bog. Maybe no haywire might. Kind of thinking they probably have like needles and stuff like that to stop the wastelands. I don't really know if that's common these days though. Take the Shadow Spear out. Well, maybe I want it though. I don't know. Yeah, put it, push it through without Lyco spawn. Raven it. Sorry about that. That was a cool song. It's going well. I'm a little emotionally upset about losing that Stompy matchup because I built the deck with that in mind and still lost. There probably were tighter plays, and I will watch that replay eventually. But the salty person answer is meh, ban the One Ring, meh. The streamer who should have a positive attitude is maybe I could have played a little tighter. And it's probably somewhere in the middle. Is what I'm gonna guess. That. But it's going well overall. This is close. I don't think I can keep it though. It's like on one hand you have the wasteland. On the other hand, you can't cast anything, so I guess we mow. I think the 7 might have been better. See though, there's gonna be a turn 2 Saga. Just try to kill him. Maybe not a turn 2 Saga. It's a tough call. I think it's a turn 3 Saga probably. Because then I can't plow anything if I go with that. I think that's fine. I think this is... Saga's harder to play than you might think. Like, next turn I am committing myself to not play that fetch land, to play Grove, and to just go Construct and just try to kill him. The regret will be if they do play Glaring Fleshraker here. Okay. That's also the other regret, I suppose. That was... We'll just pass to flip this. The big tempo setback. I think I'm in big trouble. They might even cast 2 spells here and just unflip it. Looks like it. I think we lose, though. I have Ugin 7 cards in their hand. If I draw a land next turn, I could do a lot of cool things, but we're in big trouble here. Oh, yeah, exactly. 100%. It's like the thing I clamor for is just like, can I please get, a slower format? And sometimes the answer is no. Linebacker. Okay, so I am gonna just kind of, and I think that's something to say, and there's some truth to it. I think the short answer is this. That was a decent league. It was a 3-2. I beat the matchups that I was supposed to beat, and I lost the matchups that I was supposed to lose. The Eldrazi matchup, I didn't feel like I had much of a shot. Maybe a little bit unlucky. Maybe I'm a little tilted and not playing it too well. The Stompy matchup was significantly closer with the Mox Diamonds. I will still say that if the metagame looks the way it looks, playing a deck like this is putting yourself at a disadvantage. Even though I think this deck is great, and this deck is great against a lot of legacy archetypes, such as, I beat Death and Taxes. I beat Blue-Red Wizards, and I beat lands, you know? That's what you want with your Punishing Fire Maverick deck, you know? How much Mox Diamond helped me against those decks? Maybe a little bit. I don't think it was that significant if I recall correctly. Like, had those Moxes have been like 3 Nobles, and had White of the Reliquary been Knight of the Reliquary, and had the Bayou been Taiga, and had the Talon Gate been Grove, and or whatever, like had I switched the configuration to what it was yesterday, I think it would have been the same result. I maintain, and I am willing, at least in one league, to say that if the meta is a turn 1, turn 2 meta, this deck struggles. It gets better with Mox Diamond, yes. But I kind of feel like I would sooner go at the meta with either a Force of Will deck or a deck playing a lot of discard, which would be the Mardu deck. Just 15 games in with this. Hopefully tomorrow we get some changes. My final predictions are going to be something out of Oops, just because people are complaining about it. Tameo, and maybe Atraxa. If they ban Entomb, I'll be a little bit sad. Not because I like Entomb, but because I kind of feel like you were so close and you didn't get there. And what I mean is band-aids over Entomb. But I don't think that'll happen. Also, the downstream effects of band-aids could be much greater than what I would anticipate. Perhaps so. I just think Daze has been the enemy the whole time. But is Daze the reason why maybe not everyone's playing Stompy? And as I complain about Stompy and Daze, it is truly Daze that's allowing me to play silly decks like this. Maybe, you know? I'm but one man. I only know so much. But that's gonna be me. That was a fun league. Sorry if I got a little emotional at the end. I just been a bit of a tough week personally for me, but I'm okay. I'll just say it. It's so fucking stupid. Oh man, I shouldn't say it. My fucking right testicle has been hurting. I went to the doctor about it. I'm gonna have a radiology appointment, so you know, might have been a little irritating. It could be a hernia, could be something like that. We get some prayers in chat for Stress Daddy's righty, you know. Not something you wanted to think about. It's been in a maybe I'm a little more irritable because other things are going on in my life, so you know. But hopefully we're good. I'm probably not gonna play until like Thursday or Friday or something like that. I did not piss off a wizard. I don't know what happened. I've been lifting weights, taking these classes, and it's quite possible that I fucking did a thing, and you know, I don't know. It's not like excruciating pain, but there's something going on there, and yeah, you know, like that's one of those like, all right, yeah, let's get that dealt with. I will wake up early and drive far away. That is not something you mess around with. So could be that. Yeah, I'm gonna see a radiology department. Get my balls examined there, Madge. What's going on with my balls, Margaret? And yeah. There you go. That's life outside of the fucking nerd today. So, all right, that's me. Thank you. Good seeing everybody. There is more legacy to be had. I think I'm gonna raid Tony because I usually don't get that chance, and he's gonna raid Harain probably right after if he's done. Great seeing you, Maverick Joe. Thanks for stopping by. Eb, Snapdax, Data Naga, Basket, God, Alien. I think so. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. It's me, not you. I can't fucking read. But thank you all for stopping by. And Bookish Matt, I've been here the whole time. If you've been here the whole time, what was the news that I dropped? Well, Eb ruined it. Thank you. Good luck. Yeah. Yeah, good luck. So hopefully it's not anything. Hey Maddie, my balls is hurting and I gotta get them looked at. So I said prayers in chat for my righty. But thank you. What a good way to end the stream. Send you straight to Tony with that information. Good seeing you. Thanks, Eb. Thanks, Matt. See ya.